So this little job is a warranty job. We've done an underfloor heating manifold on this property about 18 months or so ago. Snug underfloor heating one, and there's an issue with a couple of the actuator valves. A couple of these valves aren't quite working as they should be. So it was just a quick phone call to Snug underfloor heating, and they said, not a problem, Mark, we'll send you out. Well, there was 3 that were playing up, but they said we'll send out the full set of 7, swap them out, and you should be good to go. Within 24 hours, we've got a box delivered to the front door with new actuator heads to go on this manifold. But again, this is just a normal, everyday jobbing job. I'm Mark, this is Real World Plumbing. Let's get these heads swapped out. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is doing well. It seems like ages that I've done this sort of intro from the van, because now I do my van chat videos every now and again. I tend to not do these intros that much from the van, but because we haven't done one of them for a while, I thought I'd pop on, say hello. Hope everyone's doing well. This video is a typical, as I always say, a typical job video. We've got some actuator heads to sort out on a heating system, as you'll have seen from the intro. But then we've got a blocked toilet. Now, before you watch the video, drop a comment. Let me know what you think has blocked this toilet. If you're a plumber that goes around jobbing and you get called out to things like this, chances are you'll probably have a pretty accurate guess as to what is blocking this toilet up. And also, I'll show you a trick that usually works, we'll say. It's the way that I've always unblocked toilets. Little trick, little hack. A lot of people don't know it. When I show them it, they're like, okay, right, I see that works a lot better than the plunger, should we say. So yeah, I'll show you that as well, and basically, well, you'll see what the result of this blocked toilet is. So yeah, like I said, hope everyone is well. It's been a while since I've done this. I'll give a quick shout out to channel sponsors, Unilite. If you want anything from Unilite, use my code MJTIFF, gets you 25% off everything on the Unilite store. Link is in the description below. Basically, go to Unilite, pop my code in MJTIFF, get you 25% off everything. Go and treat yourself to some new lights and whatnot. Right, I'll let you get on with it, and as I say, drop me a comment now and let me know what you think has blocked the toilet up at the end of the video. So as I said in the intro, a few of these aren't sort of opening up fully. So the team at Snug sent out 7 replacement heads. It's as simple as just killing the power to here, trace it back, get it off on the fuse spur, and then pulling these caps off, taking the cover off. But it's just 2 cables that we can swap out, and then we'll get each individual head swapped over. We'll do one at a time because it makes life a lot easier. But it is just a case of popping that off, get that off, and we'll get this cover off. So what I'll probably do as well is switch to these new Meta glasses. If you haven't seen them, I did show them on the last video I've done. They're the Ray-Ban Metas, and they got cameras, so it means I can film exactly my point of view, especially in something like this. It's perfect. So we'll get the power off and we'll start swapping them out. So first of all, we'll cut the power to the boiler, all the valves, and it'll also cut the power over here to the pump and also over to this junction box here. So let's get this off, and we can begin then swapping these heads over. It's fairly straightforward. Let's just hope it's not a big mess of cables in the back here. Ah, perfect. Lovely. So let's get this opened up. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, let's get one of these unpacked. So these are the new style heads. So we'll just straighten this cable out, and we can swap them one at a time. Straightforward. Just unpinch that off there. Trace that cable up and swap it out. Easy as that. So we'll do that for all of them. We should be good to go. So with the new valve, we'll just feed the cable up the back. And we just reconnect exactly how it was. And just repeat that for all the valves all up there. So these two are joined together. See, both the cables going up there into the same connection there. So we'll put these two into the lounge. So as you'll have just seen with that, sometimes on underfloor heating systems, you have to pair two actuators into one stat, which obviously with that cabling going up to that junction box is what we've done. The reason being, in the lounge, the floor area in the lounge was too big to have just one pipe running it. So it's got two separate pipes feeding the underfloor heating. But because of that, you've got to run that one room off one stat. So one stat has got to control two loops, i.e. two actuator valves. So on this system, a few of them are connected up like that. The lounge is, the dining room is, and I also think the hall is on this system. But it's done quite a lot on underfloor heating systems. So if you ever come to one that is like that, it's nothing to worry about. So the next two are joined together as well, by the looks of it. And then I think the last two actuators are joined together as well. So we're just connecting up the final few actuators into this system. So if you're enjoying this content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get subscribed to the channel. There's a lot of people out there that watch the content but aren't subscribed. So I really appreciate it. Just hit that button, doesn't cost anything, and you get to see more real world plumbing content as I put it out. Right, we're just about done on this now, I think. So as you just seen, fitting those stats is so straightforward. Undo them, take them off, run the cables up and swap it like for like at the top. So you've got these, and as you see, the red marker is at the normally closed. They're all normally closed. When they're powered up and open, obviously normally open, normally open, normally open. Just go inside there, turn the stats up, make sure these actuators open up and the floors get nice and warm. So with the stats now calling, you can see the red valves moving up on all of them. I can feel the heat. I will get the thermal imaging camera out the van in a minute, but you can also see the flow rates on the top of these all beginning to run. Before, a few of them were shut because obviously the valves weren't opening, but you can see them all now running. Right, that's been running for a while now. We can see all of those are open. So let's get the thermal imaging camera out of the van and go and have a look. A lot of people ask about this. It's a HIC Micro Pocket 2 thermal imaging camera. It's great. It's so handy. It's one of them tools that if you've not got one, when you get one, you'll realise how much you use it and how handy they are to have. So look at that. See how hot it's getting. Let's go in and have a look at the floors. So you can see it's beginning to come through there.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, it's getting there. Just checking the runs. Yeah, it's coming through there. That one on. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where it was.
Yeah, it's warming here now. Well, it's coming through anyway. Yeah, you can see the runs there when it's coming through.
I don't know whether it's warm here or not.
Yeah, it is, I can see. Or it will be. It's coming through. And then you can just about make them out. Yeah, starting to come through. Yeah, it will do. It'll take a while, but it'll come through. Oh, what is it?
It's Madeira cake, because I'm making the top hat.
Oh, go on then. Yeah, why not? Thank you.
The bits I cut off.
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect cake as well. You can see it beginning to come through on the thermal imaging. We'll get all this tidied up and wait for the floors to come nice and warm. So let's take a look at how, oh look at that, it's coming through really warm now. Perfect, all up here. Loops in here and under there, perfect. And in here, yeah, look at that. So much better. Yeah, a couple of these loops weren't working. It's even coming through the rug, look, you can see it. A couple of the loops weren't pulling any heat through because the actuator head was playing up, but yeah, all sorted. Right then, we have been called out to this toilet. Apparently is blocked. Now, customers let it sink down a little bit overnight, but they said when they flush it, it obviously builds up. So I haven't flushed it, I haven't done anything with it at the moment. Let me see if I can turn that extractor fan off. There we go. So I haven't done anything with it at the moment. Let's give it a flush and see what happens. Oh yeah, just builds up a little bit. Right, little trick. People, it does flush away a little bit, but there's a bit of a blockage. So what we're going to do is a little trick to see if we can clear it. Get a bag, chuck a couple of towels in it, crunch it up together like this, and then get it in there like that, and sort of just pump away and cause that vacuum, and usually it will push its way through. So obviously, pull your sleeves up a little bit, like this. Like that. So we do it now with a bit of pressure behind it. Okay. Let it fill up and see if that's done anything. If not, it could be a drainage issue. Right, that don't seem to be shifting it, so what I've done outside here is a manhole cover. Pop the manhole cover up and look what we're greeted with here. So we're gonna have to clean that out. I won't show you obviously getting all of that out, but we'll get it out, put it in a bag, but you can see the water just trickling in down there. So let's get that out, shall we? Right, we switched over to the GoPro now. I've got my gloves on, both hands, and we've got a carrier bag. We've got another carrier bag. We're gonna get it all out into these bags. I'm not gonna film it, and the reason why, I've just Googled it, and YouTube would demonetize it or not push the content that involves that, if that makes sense. I'm not going to say it because it's mad how YouTube works. It can pick up on the script that is said within each video, whatever. So if you say certain words, YouTube won't push it, and if you show certain things, YouTube won't push it. So that lot down there is coming out, and hopefully it will solve the problem with that toilet not flushing away. Wish me luck. There we go. Nice and clean. Just got the customer to flush the toilet and it'll come through. There we go. But yeah, prime culprit in this instance. I know you're all going to say it. Drop a comment below and let me know. Here's a clue. The customer's got young kids, baby wipes, wet wipes, stuck down there, which caused all that. It backed up right up into the toilet in there. I thought possibly to start with we could plunge it out, but it didn't do it. Obviously we've seen all this was blocked up, so all sorted now, job done. But yeah, they're not the nicest jobs. Luckily you don't get them that often. Drainage, toilet blockages, contrary to popular belief, then loads of people think plumbers just go around unblocking toilets. Very rarely, but when you do, they're not nice. But surely that has got to be worth a subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, hit that button, get subscribed, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Let me know how often, if you're a plumber, let me know how often you get called out to blocked toilets. It's dead rare.